Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you one more trading strategy. I have taken some time in between my videos, but I'll be more regular. So if you are new here, hit the subscribe button. Alright, let's get started. So the strategy that I am bringing here today, I will show as usual strategy details, rules, examples, and then backtest results, and then finally my recommendations. So we are going to do it on Nifty, but we are doing option selling here. So the strategy type is intraday, and we are doing short entry type because we are selling the option, and the time frame is 5 minutes. So we are using the indicators combined straddle premium and VWAP. There are no settings for both of them. These are direct indicators on a 5-minute time frame. So this strategy I found on the YouTube. This is from Theta Gainer's YouTube channel. Very good YouTube channel. I follow a lot of content here. I have huge respect for this guy. Whatever I am going to show you today, it's a pure objective point of view of this strategy and backtesting performance. So nothing against the channel, but you guys go and check this channel. It's a very good channel. So the video link I will give in the description for your reference. So go through this video, understand the strategy, but I will cover the summary of it. So no straddle starts without 920. So we are going to look at what is the ATM strike at the 920. So imagine next week Thursday or Tuesday is the expiry day for the Nifty, and then this week Wednesday new expiry starts. So on a Wednesday 9:20 a.m. we look at what is the ATM strike. So basically at the money strike at 9:20 a.m. and then we use the same strike till the expiry for the trading, but it is a intraday trading, but we will use the same strike. And then we plot a combined premium chart, which is nothing but CE plus PE values at every minute, and then we add a VWAP indicator. So the entry rules are simple. So whenever combined premium is less than VWAP, and if it is less than the previous day low of the combined premium straddle chart, then we have our entry signal. And then whenever combined premium closes above VWAP, then we have an exit signal. So this is all on 5-minute time frame. And then if nothing happens, we exit the trade at 325. And then if we keep exiting the trade, then we can re-enter many times according to the original strategy. So in a way, we are doing intraday strategy, but taking multiple entries with the entry rules and exit rules. And then we are going to use same strike for each and every day for the entire week. But we are taking a fresh entry each morning and then closing by end of the day. I hope you understood the strategy rules. Let's look at the chart. So here I have a data visualizer. So this is internal tool that I made for myself, but you can use the tools like iChart and all to plot a combined premium chart. So I'm going to take one of the expiry example so that you understand the strategy. So let's take an expiry of December 12th, 2024. So here we have a combined premium on Nifty. 12th December is the expiry. 24,700 is the ATM strike at 9:20 on 6th December, because 5th December previous expiry was completed. 5-minute time frame. And then this chart I have a VWAP indicator. Since we are starting our trade at 6th December, so 6th December is starting from here. So first thing we need to do is we need to look at the previous low value. So this is the previous low value. And then our entry is happening on 6th December roughly at 10:20, which is below VWAP and below previous close. So as you can see on 6th, we have an entry at 10:10. Entry price is 425, which is lower than VWAP value and also lower than previous close. So our combined premium is 424, and then there was no stop loss in the whole day. So we exit our trade at 325. So we are exiting at roughly 359. So in this trade, we are making 65 points as a profit. And then you multiply by one lot, which is 65 quantity, to get the actual return. So that is on 6th. Then 7th and 8th are holidays, Saturday, Sunday. On 9th, if you look at the low, since whole day it was falling, the low is actually at, so low is actually happening at 325 only, which is 359. And the next day at 9:15 itself, we have this below VWAP, but we are not taking any trade at 9:15. We wait till 9:20. So at 9:20, we see that this close is below than this. We are taking entry here. So this close is below the previous low and then below VWAP. And then immediately over here, our close price is higher than VWAP. If I zoom in, so it's just a little bit higher, close is higher than VWAP, but still we will close it. So at 940 we are closing it, we make a roughly 0.85 points loss only. And then next if we go again, we are selling at 945 and then we are exiting at 950. So this is this trade, selling at 945 and exiting at 950. And then again we enter at 1020, but this time there is no stop loss. Once we enter at 1020, then at 325 only we are closing. So that is our next trade. In this trade at 1015 to 325 we made a 42 point profit. So in this whole trade we took 3 trades on 9th and then we made 42.5 in the last trade. So that makes it sum of 36 point profit. Again if we move to next day, so the lowest is somewhere around 298 and then at 920 this is below VWAP and below previous low. So we have our entry here at 920 on 10th, and then after few minutes at 12:15 we have our close above the VWAP. So that's how we are exiting it. So 2 trades on 10th and there was no other trade on 10th. Again at 250 we have one more trade and then that ended in profit. So that's what you can see. At 250 we entered, 325 we closed with 19 point profit. And then on 10th, since this is the low value which is around 249, and then if you look at 920, this price is lower than VWAP and lower than the previous close. So again we enter here and then at the end of the day we exit. It did not hit the stop loss because whole day price was below VWAP. So on 11th we had one trade and then whole day we didn't exit. So at the end of the day it is 75 points profit. And then on 12th again at 920, since this value is lower than the previous day low and below the VWAP, we enter at 920 and then we exit at 945 because this is where our stop loss hitting. And then whole day there was no other trade. So if you look at this expiry starting from 6th to 12th, we traded only 24,700 strike, which is at 9:20 AM on 6th, starting day of the new expiry. Then we are following same expiry for the whole week. And then for this whole week, we made a profit of 185 points. And if you multiply by 65 for one lot, that much money you will make, excluding charges and slippages. So let's look at the backtest results. As you can see, this whole week we made a profit. So it was a profitable week, but that doesn't repeat every week. So here I have made a backtest from 2019 to 2024. As I mentioned, I wanted to first check how strategy is performing. If it is performing good, then only I will do out of sample testing in 2025 after tweaking all the parameters in this period only. So I don't use the full data for my optimization. So I consider 3 lakhs for one lot as a margin because that much you will need close to that on expiry day. I have included all charges in this except slippage and brokerage. So these brokerage I have not added at all in this test. The reason is that I am doing in Kotak Neo and it is 0 brokerage if I am doing through API. Since I am doing algo trading, so the brokerage is 0. So it was good till 2022. After that it was flat or was going in drawdown. So definitely not a good strategy. So in 5.8 years from 2019 till 2024, so we have 1,000 trades and average returns only are 4%. Means on an average every year we made 4%, but the drawdown is 19%. So the ratio is only 0.2. Generally we want this above 1. And if you look at here, the 24 is loss making year and 22 is loss making year, but other years are profitable. Once I add slippage, then the scenario completely changes. I added 0.5% slippage, which is a minimum I add in option selling strategies. So if the strategy is good after adding slippages, then only I will trade it. Otherwise I don't trade it. But some people believes that slippage is a neutral value. Sometimes you get positive slippage, sometimes you get a negative slippage, so it becomes a 0. But I don't believe that because of any error, execution error, personal error, broker error, there may be some trades which are different from backtest. So this 0.5% slippage will cover for that. After adding this, so average annual return became -2. So it is not at all profit making strategy for 5 years. So next, instead of using same strike for the whole expiry, I will take the new ATM strike every day based on the 920 value. So in this case I am not trading same strike price for whole expiry. I am taking a new ATM strike every day at 920. Again, before adding slippage, the results have improved and then equity curve looks very good, and then it was profitable in 2024 as well. And then average annual returns are 11%, which is a pretty good or decent, like 12% annual average return on this strategy, and then every year profitable, and drawdown is only 6%. So that way this is a better improvement compared to trading same strike for the entire week. But once I add slippage, again the return becomes 2% on an average every year. So again, not a good strategy if you look at this. And then this is loss making on 22 and 23. So again, I am not trading this variation. So if you take daily new strike, if you are doing intraday, then you have a higher chance of higher profit. So that is confirmed from this study. At least this I will remember for future backtesting. Like I will consider daily changing strike based on the 920 levels ATM strike. But after adding the slippage, that is also not good, so I will not trade it. But if you think slippage is high, 0.5%, and if you ignore slippage, then you can consider trading it, because you are getting 12% on an average annual return anyway. So that way it is good strategy. But I will not trade because I want it to be profitable after slippage. So since we are taking many trades, so I thought that's why adding slippage made the returns very poor, but that's why I'm limiting the trade. So instead of taking n number of trades on any day, I will take only 3 trades maximum. So that will reduce the impact of slippage because we are reducing the number of trades. But in this case also, our average returns are only 0.8% with 3 years in the negative domain, and then equity curve is pretty bad. So considering all of this, let me summarize. So if I take same strike whole week and then daily come at morning 920 and then sell it based on the entry condition, exit by evening, so I am making 4% on an average annual return. If I add a slippage, this is -2. But if I take a new strike every day, entry conditions and exit conditions are same, so I am making 12%. But after adding slippage, it becomes 2%. So if I am limiting my trades to 3, but still it is 1% only average annual return. So among all of this, so this taking different strikes every day makes sense, but still I will not trade because after slippage it is becoming 2% only. But go ahead and check the original video. You may get some new ideas on how to improve the strategy, and then back test it again, or let me know if you have a new ways to improve the strategy. I will test it and then I will let you know the results. Check out other videos on my channel. Some are very profitable strategies that I have covered in the previous videos that are back tested over 15 years or 10 years and then still profitable after brokerage, slippages, even Monte Carlo results. So everything is good. So if you like the content, subscribe it.